Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Suratul Qamar. Al-Qamar is the moon. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the hour drew nigh, and the moon was rent asunder. And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, strong enchantment. And they deny and follow their low desires, and every affair is settled, and certainly narratives have come to them which shouldn't deter. Consummate wisdom, but warnings avail not, so turn away from them on the day when the inviter invites them to a hard task. Their eyes cast down, they will go forth from their graves as if they were scattered locusts, hastening to the inviter. And the disbelievers will say, this is a hard day. Before them the people of Noah rejected. They rejected our servant and called him mad. And he was driven away. So he called upon his Lord, I am overcome, so do thou help. Then we opened the gates of heaven with water pouring down, and made water to flow in the land in springs. So water gathered together according to a measure already ordained, and we bore him on that which was made of planks and nails, floating on before our eyes, a reward for him who was denied. And certainly we left it as a sign, but is there any that will mind? How terrible was then my chastisement and my warning. And certainly we have made Al-Qur'an easy to remember, but is there anyone who will mind? Odd denied, so how terrible was my chastisement and my warning. Surely we sent on them a furious wind in a day of bitter ill luck, tearing men away as if they were the trunks of palm trees torn up. How terrible was then my chastisement and my warning, and certainly we have made Al-Qur'an easy to remember, but is there anyone who will mind? The mood rejected the warning. So they said, what, a single mortal from among us? Shall we follow him? We shall then be in sure error and distress. Has the reminder been sent to him from among us? Nay, he is an insolent liar. Tomorrow they will know who is the liar, the insolent one. Surely we are going to send the she-camel as a trial for them, so watch them and have patience, and inform them that the water is shared between them. Every share of the water shall be attended. But they called their companion, so he took and hamstrung her. How was then my chastisement and my warning? Surely we sent upon them a single cry, so they were like the dry fragments of trees, which the maker of an enclosure collects. And certainly we have made Al-Qur'an easy to remember, but is there any who will mind? And so since we see this verse, well, we see this repeated in the context of being verse 17, verse 22, verse 32, verse 40, and so dividing things into 4 portions, we see. So let's Walakad yasarna Qur'ana lidikrifa min mudakir. I think I got that. Walakad yasarna Qur'ana lidikrifa min mudakir. Forgot the, yeah. The people of Lot treated the warning as a lie. Surely we sent upon them a stone storm. Except Lot's followers, we saved them a little before daybreak. So it was a volcanic event. Or you could say it was some sort of gas explosion from underground gases, which have happened on occasion. We saved them a little before daybreak, a favor from us, and thus do we reward him who gives thanks. And certainly we warned them of our violent seizure, but they disputed the warning, and certainly they endeavored to turn him from his guests. And certainly they endeavored to turn him from his guests, but we blinded their eyes, so taste my chastisement and my warning. It's interesting to think of that in the initial one, whether we see it as a metaphorical splitting of the Quraysh, whose sign was the moon, and they had moons on the flags of the people who fought Muhammad, but the splitting of them up into some accepted and some, and they were rejoined under Islam later, but also the sight of people in Asia that reported this weird sight that it looked like the moon kind of was apart to the point where you could, stick an edge of a mountain or a tree or something could be in between. So what caused that? Blinded their eyes, so taste my chastisement in my warning. And certainly a lasting chastisement overtook them in the morning, so taste my chastisement and my warning. And certainly we have made Al-Qur'an easy to remember, but is there anyone who will mind? And certainly the warning came to Pharaoh's people. They rejected all our signs, so we overtook them with the seizing of the mighty, the powerful. Are your disbelievers better than these? Or have you an immunity in the scriptures? Or say they, we are a host, allied together to help each other. Soon shall the hosts be rooted, and they will show their backs. Nay, the hour is their promised time, and the hour is most grievous and bitter. Surely the guilty are in error and distress on the day when they are dragged into the fire. Upon their faces taste the touch of hell. Surely we have created everything according to a measure, and our command is but once, as the twinkling of an eye. And certainly we destroyed your fellows, but is there anyone who will mind? And everything they do is in the writings, and everything small and great is written down. Surely the dutiful will be among gardens and rivers, in the seat of truth, with a most powerful king. And the next chapter is a great one to say in the morning, and remember the sound of the Arabic has nuances and stuff that absolutely are not being captured by trying to chant and feel the translation. The twinkling of the eye, people think of these things and say, oh, we're going to have to wait. And it's even easier to God than just, but think of, but is there anyone who will mind, because some people might expect, oh, there's 4 of that one phrase, where's the 5th one? But yeah, each time you find a different context, you kind of have a little bit of different of effect, but it kind of divides things into 5 sections, doesn't it?